So, guys, the first thing I do want to point out on this podcast is that Braden's the only one with that, like, strong facial hair game right now.
Dude.
I just want to point that out.
That's crazy.
Gavin's got a good-looking mustache. Cam's got the mustache. I don't really have anything defined. I've just kind of let the stubble grow out.
You got a beard.
I could shave it to the mustache. I don't think many people saw it, but Gavin, I think, saw it. The Fu Manchu I had for, like, 20 hours, not even 24.
You came into our room when you shaved it.
Yeah, it was not it. The Fu Manchu is not the move. I don't know.
Yeah.
But our mustache is in still. Do we think that's like the top
I've been seeing a lot of them around.
I think so.
I'm only doing it because, like, I always went, like, clean shaved, and then it was no shave November last year, and it was the first time I grew it out, and it didn't look full. Like, it was stupid. But I'm like, I can do this now. So I committed.
You can grow a full beard, though?
No. I can only grow like a goatee, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Do you think sometimes, though, like what makes, for me, this is kind of the case scenario, I think. I like my beard because it means I don't have to clean shave every morning. Like, I don't have to wake up and be like, I got to shave again. And also, for me, like, my beard kind of, the only spot it grows patchy is like right here on my upper cheeks.
Yes.
And so unfortunately what kind of stinks is like my neck beard grows faster than my upper cheeks. And so I got to shave this more than I've got to shave like this because I want this to grow full, and it's so tragic.
Yeah.
Why are you hating on the neck beard, bro?
Dude, neck beard is crazy.
I don't want the neck beard, bro. Unfortunately, you pick your battles. It's the thorn in my side.
Yeah.
Just comparing myself to Paul right now, but it's kind of it. But because right now, Braden, you got pretty long hair. It's not like that's not the longest you've ever had.
No, last year I had it like probably down to my.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
It was
Kurt
long.
Cobain vibes.
It was
Dude, I literally, the first time I saw this guy on campus, I was trying to explain it to somebody, and I was like, the guy that looks like Kurt Cobain. Do you not know who I'm talking about? So shout out. I'm not gonna lie. That was like the first thing I thought when I like kind of met you, but I didn't really know you at that point.
Did you go to Harvest Fest?
Yeah.
Did you see like when he did his scream at Fruit Fighters?
I was there, dude. Because they made you change words in that, right? Because I remember talking to
oh my gosh, I don't even get me started on this.
Song. I love that song so much. I'm glad you guys did it because that was like the first like, I guess, drop D song I learned on guitar.
Nice.
So, I feel like it's the first drop D song everyone learns.
That's a classic, yeah.
But it's a classic. But it was good. You guys did it justice. You did it justice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But it was good. And now it's time for the podcast.
County Fair.
Yeah.
October 4th.
October 4th.
Oh, you guys doing Foo Fighters again?
We're not, but we're playing a set. So.
Okay, so I got to be there October 4th. October 4th.
Yeah.
You know what? It is time for the Jungle Podcast.
For the Jungle Podcast.
Let's go.
Welcome back to the Jungle Podcast. My name's Noah Cedarwall, and I'm your host.
My name's Cameron. I just got Brandon's shoes in dirty already.
I'm Gavin, part-time lumberjack.
My name's Braden. I like saw blades.
Saw blades.
It's a jungle in the city. Saw blades, what?
Yeah.
You had to debate that, too. You didn't even know what you were going to say.
I did not know what I was going to say, but saw blades, that's the move, I guess.
That's a McGee reference.
That's a McGee reference.
I will say that's like your first time on the podcast. That's what you're going to be known by, the saw blade guy.
Saw blade, dude. Yes.
So,
what were you debating between saw blades and what else?
I was going to say Hot Pockets like I did last time, but I didn't want to be, I wanted to be original. I didn't want to say it twice.
True. You wanted to be authentic. Like this podcast is 100% authentic.
Yeah.
We don't fake anything. We don't stage anything on here. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But the part-time lumberjack, can we have an explanation?
We have a lot of trees in our yard, and our yard's really
I hope
small.
that made the podcast. Sorry.
Yeah.
If you couldn't hear it in the podcast, we have an RA that has to check our floors occasionally when it's at a certain time just to make sure the doors aren't open and anything weird's happening. But so, yeah, she just walked on the floor and said, girl on the floor. That's all you got to know.
Yeah.
It's funny. So I just want to invite you all, like, welcome to the podcast. Everybody here's first time. I want to shout out because we've had more viewers than I think we first expected on the podcast. And so if you want to, like, it just kind of feels weird to say, but like drop a comment of things you want us to talk about, things you want us to like bring up in the podcast. I think it'd be kind of funny. We want to know what people want to hear if they're actually listening, which is kind of cool. So drop a like for Braden or for Gavin if you like the part-time lumberjack, not for Cam. Cam doesn't deserve it. He misclicked.
I also spoke over you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's on me.
tragic. Don't
Spoke
like
out of
it.
turn.
If you dislike it, I'll know it's because of Cam.
Crazy.
But
drop a like for
drop
Gavin
a like for Gavin and
Braden.
Braden. Dislike if it's a Cam problem. Actually, don't dislike it. Just say you don't like Cam in the comments.
That's
that would be
crazy.
better.
You're
Spam
my
the comments.
RA.
Yeah, that'll be better
Spam
for
the
analytics.
Yeah, for analytics, we don't want dislikes, but it will help us if you just spam comments, like get Cam off the pod, something like that.
I'm never
Restrict
coming back, guys.
Restrict his
Off to a bad
controls.
start.
Yeah, be sure to subscribe if you love Noah as a host.
Yeah, thank you.
Noah's
Yeah, let's
killing
do that. 37 subscribers and counting.
Let's go.
But
Come on.
we're getting there. All right, first thing on the podcast. We're the first. You guys are the first group where I can literally go around and be like, "You're good at music. You're good at music." Sometimes I'm just kidding,
Dang.
and you're good at music. And so, like, I think it's kind of sick because, like, let's actually just start with this. Go say what instruments do you play?
Okay.
And then specifically point out what you're best at because I know most of
okay.
you play multiple instruments.
So I play piano, mainly acoustic guitar, bass, and I'm like just starting singing like over the past year or two. But piano is like my go-to. I've been doing that since I was like 6 years old. So
Let's go.
yeah,
I actually didn't even know that. Actually,
really,
I thought you were a guitar guy first, like acoustic.
yeah. I wish I would have been. That would have been like my dream. But my mom was like, "You've got to do piano."
Piano helps though, right? Doesn't it?
I love piano. It's my favorite instrument. Yeah.
Gavin?
Yeah, I played with Braden the other day for the first time. I think that was the first time you were on keys 1.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
he was great.
And
He was
Gavin
really
was
good.
I was so mad because I was at the Encounter Chapel, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I had
yeah.
an RA seminar, so I couldn't be there. It was
Mm.
tragic.
Well, it was great. I was like, I knew Braden played, but I hadn't gotten to hear him on keys 1 before.
Yeah.
And he blessed my ears.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What instruments do you play, Gavin? for
So
the pod?
piano, saxophone, guitar. Those are the 3 I'm promoting right now.
Sax?
I've
Yeah.
played.
Oh, he played
I did
sax.
not
You
know
did not
that.
know? Did you go to dinner?
Yeah,
tonight?
you didn't go to dinner, man?
Have you seen the jazz?
What time were you at
concerts?
dinner tonight?
I wasn't there. I wasn't hungry.
Okay, well from
I
5 to
genuinely
6.
wasn't hungry, so.
From 5 to 6, the jazz combo played tonight in the calf.
I didn't know you played sax.
Yeah, he can play.
Dude,
the
that's
saxophone
so
pretty
sick.
well.
The funny thing is,
Okay.
to clarify, saxophone is my best instrument too. So
The more you know, guys. I'm learning stuff on this podcast that I did not
Yeah.
know.
I mainly play electric guitar, acoustic, just kind of guitar things. I also play bass, but those are the 3 I
Yeah.
advertise. But I'm definitely better at electric.
Well,
That's like my thing.
I feel like you should also mention that you are like a really good mixing engineer.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that's
thanks.
a
Yeah.
pretty big talent in
Yeah,
itself.
I'm a recording tech major, but a lot of stuff I've learned, like doing all that, is just from getting experience, like doing songs for other people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like this dude over here.
Yeah.
Um,
Which we'll get to next.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to next.
yeah, just other friends, like even just like classes, or like asking my professors to like send me stuff to practice on.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
I do like doing that a lot. I would probably say that I enjoy playing guitar more, but I do love producing.
And that's a skill, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people realize how much like they'll like go to church
Yeah.
and they'll like, oh, that didn't sound very good today. Like they don't understand like that's not an easy thing to get right.
It's an
Yeah.
instrument.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
It
It
genuinely
really
is.
Yeah.
And the difference, like I mean, I play worship a little bit sometimes in settings, and like knowing the difference between like when I go up there and have the confidence of like my tech guy is good. And I can like go back there and be like confidence that the confidence monitor, the sound's gonna just sound good in the house, and I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
Versus
It's a
when I
whole
go up
nother
there, and have
game.
nothing.
Like,
Shout out to Josh Hendrickson.
yeah, it's a whole nother game when like you go in to like a church service or something, or any like a concert. You know, thankfully the concerts that I've been to have sounded good. You know,
Yeah.
but like a lot of people don't really realize that like there's so much work that comes into the front end of like producing something like that. You know,
Yeah.
like live sound is so like even different than studio work, just because like it's all happening at once and it's kind of like controlled chaos. And so if
It
you have a
is.
really good live sound person, they're really, really good, you know?
Mhm.
So if you know a good sound guy in your life, just go
Yeah,
go
shout
thank
out
that
Give 'em a thank
person.
you.
shout out to them, bro. For
Yeah.
real. They're not life changers maybe, but game changers at least in the music sense. So I'm gonna kind of cut us over because you kind of got us there. But Braden, we're gonna shout out your album because when does it drop? What day?
October 4th it comes out.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, I'm hyped for it. I've listened
Thank
to I think a few of those songs that were released as singles, right, are gonna be in
Yes. Yeah.
there. So I mean, I've listened to a few of those. Michael Bryant showed me, I think, the first one I got introduced to.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was. I think it was a Psalm one. I think
Is it the one that he's on?
It probably was.
Psalms 150.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was a Psalm one.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel a little better that I was like,
You were
remembering
in
it.
the ballpark.
Yeah. Knew it was a Psalm, and I was
Same
like, I
book.
knew Michael Bryant helped you with it. Those were the things. And then I listened to a few other ones. I just couldn't use the names because I was like 3 weeks ago because we listened to them when we were driving up to KC.
Oh, cool.
It was kind of cool.
Nice.
My favorite is Sparrow.
Yeah. Cameron actually produced and played the electric for that one. So
I wonder why he likes it.
yeah.
Well, I also added some instruments on. What was it?
Wait.
What was the one
You
that?
put the synthesizer in Wait,
yeah.
and it sounded. Oh my!
I thought you were
gosh.
telling me to wait. I'm like,
No, not Wait. The song
No.
Wait. Yeah.
yeah, I forgot about that.
But yeah, so October 4th.
October 4th, album comes out, all streaming platforms. Yeah, go check it out. That would mean the world to me.
Is it under Braden Roads?
Under Braden Roads.
Can we pre-save? Is that a thing?
Probably, but this is my first time dropping an album, so I'm not really sure how to do
All
that.
right.
But
Yeah, but dude, shout out, legit, super talented. You've
Thank
got
you.
some super talented people involved in the process
Yes.
too. So shout out to them.
the thing that's cool about it is I really just got to do it with my best friends. Like,
Yeah.
that's the coolest thing I think I've ever done in my life. So
Yeah, no, and like what was honestly a part of the process, the recording process and the studio process that you think you liked more than you would have expected going in? Like,
in the recording of it,
yeah, and like the whole process of it, not like specifically the recording, but like the whole process of getting this to this point with this album dropping next week, I think is what it is. Like, what was your part that you loved so much, but you wouldn't have thought you would have loved it beforehand?
the coolest part for me, I thought I would love it once the songs were produced and done and mixed and mastered. But I look back at my voice memos of like just me and acoustic guitar, and I love those versions more than I do all the production and the compression and everything, because it's like authentic and it's real, and I just made it and I was excited, and I love those.
Yeah.
That's such a cool moment.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, the joy's real in those moments when you have like something that like, bro, I'm so proud of this.
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
thing. Like it's your literal, like, it's your baby
It
kind of
is.
thing.
It is.
But yeah, dude, that's sick. So October 4th, Braden Roads, all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud.
I hope so.
Something.
You can get anything on SoundCloud.
Yeah, yeah,
It'll
yeah.
be on there.
My rap album is on SoundCloud.
Little Braden.
Little Braden.
Yeah, even if you don't put it on SoundCloud, it'll be on SoundCloud.
It'll be there. Yeah, it'll get there.
All right, so like keeping with this worship thing, my kind of question for you guys, or not maybe worship, but music in general first. Who have been like influences for you guys when it comes to music? Like who have you either like maybe modeled what you play after, or like have been favorite people to listen to and to try to learn from?
I'll start. If I could pin, like, I'm just thinking about like electric guitar, just guitar. That's like my thing. If I were to think about that, I'd have inspiration from 2, maybe 3 people, and that would be Jimi Hendrix, John Mayer, if you know me.
Yeah.
John Mayer.
No.
bro.
You know,
Yeah.
and then E. Edwards.
Yes.
He plays guitar for Elevation and Brooke Ligertwood, Gary Job, all them. He's pretty good.
He's a talented guy.
But like how they go about like writing parts and like phrasing and tone and stuff like that is really taken me from like intermediate to like upper intermediate. I don't think I'm like advanced yet.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm at that level, but I will be.
Cam
eventually.
being humble over here.
He's good. Like he's genuinely
Man.
good. Gavin, same question for you, but I also kind of want to know if you have like a saxophone influence now that I just learned this fact about you.
If I had to pick a saxophone influence, one song and one person, I would say probably John Coltrane. Any Coltrane tune is like mind blowing. Like it's stuff where you listen to it and you're like, maybe I should just quit.
Puts you in the feels too.
Yeah. So, Coltrane was a genius. Song, I think it's like got to be my favorite song. It's Take 5. It's super warm tone. I don't know. It's in 5/4. It's kind of its own little thing, and it's a very recognizable song. So I don't know. It's kind of basic normie of me to say Take 5 is my favorite jazz tune, but it's a good one. So what do I say?
Yeah.
One of my favorite memories is when we played that in the Lewis Lounge with Eli Strong and Ryan Lederer and Justin Murphy. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's sick.
crazy how much the jungle is also like a floor of musicians. Like we constantly have people
Dude, it's
in
crazy.
and out because we just had 3 leave and we got
2 or 3
basically
more.
2 or 3 more.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also funny because like even the guys that aren't necessarily like true musicians, like I throw myself in this category. Like I'm still like I would say I'm a campfire guitarist. Like I'm that kind of guy that like
You know some Swift songs.
Yeah.
maybe not Taylor Swift, but like throw me some Zach Bryan. I got you.
Ooh.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
love
Like
me some Zach
I'm
Bryan.
the kind of guy that like he's got like a good enough voice that he can sing at a campfire. Like
Yeah.
people don't expect it kind of thing, and I kind of enjoy that. But there's also like some freshmen on this floor that I'm in like shock with how good they are at guitar. But they
Shout out to Connor.
Connor too.
drums.
Yeah, Connor Volink.
Dude, there's and it's weird. Like these guys that like some of them I don't expect to be as good at. Like Carson
Yeah.
Rice has now been drumming, I think, at Encounter Chapels.
Yeah, he has.
And so like
He's killing it.
seeing that guy come out of his shell too, because he wasn't like think seen as a musician last year because he didn't really get opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now these guys are kind of like showing up, and Braden, Blake, and Timmy.
Yeah.
If you know those guys, they're good at guitar, and I feel like they're always practicing in there, and it's so cool to see them like, oh, they like got a little better at that lick today,
Yeah.
and it's so fun to watch that.
Yeah.
I feel like half the floor or half the rooms on the floor have an acoustic guitar in them.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, yeah,
They're
you just walk
everywhere.
in.
They're everywhere.
I feel like when it's in the case right now, but like I've had guys just come into my room and just like grab my guitar, sit down and play. I'm like, I didn't invite you in here. like I'm working on homework.
Yeah.
Why are you distracting?
Dude, the whole floor is like a studio at this point. Just-
Yeah.
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 Especially
Podcast.
Braden's room. If you've
My-
been in
Braden's
Braden's room, you know.
Shout out
it's-
to Braden's room.
Yeah,
It's just a massive like. I don't even know.
It's-
It's
well,
just
the-
a studio.
The reason I moved to L1 was because it was way too much work moving my entire studio up 4 floors.
Oh, so
my
it wasn't
gosh.
the people?
No, the only people I knew was Cam, you, and Michael. And so,
Just get off the floor right now.
yeah, Michael's
Dang.
like, dude, you should move to L1. And I'm glad I did. Like, I love everybody on the floor. They're so cool.
I'm glad you moved too.
Yeah.
It's kind
Yeah.
of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
it's
have
great.
like a music influence besides Kurt Cobain?
Well, since I'm making worship music, like, I was really influenced by Brandon Lake over the last few years. I would say Hillsong United, and I listen to like all kinds of music. So just I'll listen to an album and I'll try and take something from it. Like if it's the production or it's the songwriting, if it's the full phone storage.
Oh, do I need to click that?
Yeah, we're out of that. Camera's gone now.
I'll go. It did its job.
Yeah, it did what
It
needed to.
lasted
Yeah.
for a bit, so you might get some clips of Braden and Gavin like actually looking at them. Otherwise, you're just gonna get side looks.
Yeah, yeah.
So deal with
Look
it.
at the camera.
The pods. The
This
pods.
is-
Could,
yeah, we still got the original
Yeah.
camera.
yeah.
Old Faithful.
Ultimately, we're
We'll fix that
we're
in
some
post.
guys. We're just some guys having some good conversations. So
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. But after you drink that water, take your time. Take your time. But worship influences, you
Yeah.
were saying.
I would say just Brandon Lake and Hillsong United, and then pretty much every album, I'll try and take something from, if it's production or songwriting. I feel like there's like a diamond or something you can take from almost every song, every album.
Have you seen Brandon Lake live?
5 times.
Dude, that's
Haven't you
insane.
met him?
But I got to talk to him. I asked him some songwriting advice, and he gave me like, a couple of like, here's, do it all the time and get better.
Yeah. Well, was it a video? I think it was like maybe an Insta clip or something. Because I love Brandon Lake. And I
Yeah.
got to see him live at Passion 2024, this
was
last
that?
year. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Didn't know, because they don't announce who's there. So like, I didn't know he was going to be there. Him and Phil Wickham were there because they just like, I think they made that like part of their little tour thing. And I saw an Insta clip, I believe, shortly after that, when he released Tear Off the Roof, which is like currently probably my favorite Brandon Lake song just because of the meaning behind it.
That's a good one.
And he was talking about how he was like, actually, no, he may have said it at Passion. He was talking about how he loved that story because he thought it was a bunch of like hillbillies like in the Bible. Like he's like, they're a bunch of rednecks that just like lifted their friend up to the roof, dug a hole and just dropped him down to Jesus. And I'm like, bro,
That's
the
kinda
way
cool.
he's just kind of looking at that story was so like interesting to me and just a cool perspective. And then I love that story already. So the fact that he wrote a song on it was dope.
That is cool. Yeah.
But you guys, so that's the music influence. I'm gonna throw a curveball real quick into this conversation, but you may have seen a Move Right with Mike video that went viral because of Serial.
Oh,
And there's been more shout outs. So I've had multiple people come up to me saying they got a DM from a friend. For example, today, shout out Ruby Mitchell. I was with her at a AGTS thing, And she was like, yeah, one of my friends from Liberty said, do you know these guys? And sent the reel from Move Right with Mike.
Crazy.
And it was like, I was like, that's insane that people from Virginia right now are seeing this reel. It hit the Christian, like
No, it really did.
thing and exploded. But I think we have a story from Gavin
We do.
that we need to
Let's go,
hear.
Gavin.
So give us just a story. Hey, no name drops. We're not going to
Yeah,
name
no
drop,
name drop.
but just give the story because I think it's awesome.
Okay. No shade towards this person.
Hopefully they
So-
find this podcast.
That's
Hopefully.
that's gonna be bad because I didn't respond.
Yet.
Yet.
Story, go ahead.
So basically, I was on my music account the other day and saw that there was like, some chats on Instagram are like hidden if people don't follow you or this or that or they're bots or whatever. So I click on it and I'm like, what is this? And it's, I guess, a message from some girl who saw me in the cereal video and was impressed by my cereal eating.
Dude, I mean, it was 6 or
Impressive.
7 bowls. What was it?
I think 6.
Yeah, and you were the top dog for the competition.
Yes.
Feet of strength.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
honestly what she was dude, it was like gladiator moment. She's like, this guy came out on top.
Are you not entertained?
But yeah, so that I think that's kind of crazy that this thing, it's not like millions yet, like views. I don't want to like over
Yeah.
accentuate, but still the fact that it has that many views, that Gavin like legit got a DM about it. And that's not like the account that it was posted on. So she had to find your account.
And the account I commented on was not the account I got DM'd on.
Dude.
Yeah, she would have had to like gone through Michael's following, typed in like all the Gavins.
Dude, she should work for the CIA.
Yeah.
You can find
Dude,
anybody.
that's impressive. Shout out to her. We're not name dropping, but like,
wherever you are.
yeah, we don't know where this person's even from fully. Like maybe you probably even thought it was a bot for a minute because it's just like random.
Yeah.
You know? Shout
Well,
out.
till I
Kinda-
read it. Yeah.
It's kind of cool though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny when you showed me.
Based on the spread of the video, they probably don't live anywhere near here, so
Yeah,
might not work out.
could be anywhere.
Maybe.
Might not. You never know. We'll leave
Never
it up
know.
to fate. We'll leave it up to fate, bro. That's funny. All right, so I've got a hot topic conversation, kind of going to be one of the focuses, and we'll see where this conversation goes from that. But my hot take, let's leave it at that. Hot take is: do you think like Gen Z / Generation X or millennial parents are being a little too creative with their naming of their children?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. I volunteer at summer camp for
Oh, yeah.
like kids camps and youth camps. So it's like basically like 2nd grade all the way to like high school. And so as the years progress, the names just get worse and worse. Like the new trend is like combine one name with another name and make like a name mashup, and they're just terrible. Like people didn't
Examples?
Yeah.
even. So one is like,
Poor kid.
yeah, for real.
Don't watch it.
So it's like Elijah and then a name that starts with like a C. So it's like Salijah, which basically any kid is just going to call that kid Saliva.
That's tough.
Like you're just setting up your kid to like take the punches when you do that.
Well, I
That's
know-
what Gavin called him.
Yeah, I'm sure you were probably like the bully.
You're the leader.
yeah.
I was
Crazy,
I
crazy.
think it was Michael Bryant that when I brought up the hot take we were talking about today, and he was like, "Yeah, there's kids named literal Thanos. Like they gave them the name Thanos," and I'm like, "Wow, there's some cool ones. Don't get me wrong. Like I knew a kid. He was way younger than me, but his name was Steel, and I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Cool.
And I know like we have a stone on campus, and I think
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I knew a kid named River. I thought that was like freaking like River.
Yeah, like there's some cool
That's
ones,
not bad.
Yeah.
I like that.
but there's ones that are like really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanos is too far.
There was a kid at camp this summer, and his first name was James, and his parents made his middle name Bond.
Oh.
So
That's
all the kids called him Bond. I'm like,
Hmm.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a cool name.
Thinking behind that, it's for me that's interesting still. Like I don't know how I would feel as a grown up adult, just James Bond. I had a guy one
Yeah.
time. It was my birthday, and I was golfing with my dad, and I mean I was 17, I think, like turning 17. It was like my 17th birthday, and we're golfing. This guy comes up to me, and he's in our foursome for the back nine or something like that, and he walks up. He's like approaches me like I'm a 12-year-old kid. He's like, "Guess what my name is?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Peter Parker." And I was like, cool. Like I was so like caught off guard that this like 50-year-old
Why are you talking to me?
50-year-old man thinks it's so cool that his name's Peter Parker. And I was like, okay. And then he wasn't very good at golf.
Do you think he made it up?
He could have. Actually, he might have shown me his license. I can't remember. That was a long
Like
time ago.
17-year-old Noah's like, great.
Like, cool.
Don't care.
Didn't make a big difference to
Okay,
me,
little
but
bro.
apparently it was like the party trick that like just didn't work.
Mm,
It was not
yeah.
funny.
Maybe you thought you were younger than you were. It's like this normally works on all the 12 to 15.
12 to 15
Yeah.
years. I was
Just-
just
Why are you
beyond
trying
that.
to impress 12 to 15-year-olds?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, no matter what I call you, no matter what your name is, I'm still going to call you bad at golf.
It's your job, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I was planning on hitting some of these, and I totally forgot which ones are which.
You forgot which ones
So
were
I don't
which.
want to hit something, and it's
Yeah,
like
you're
doesn't
good.
make sense.
You're good, but
Yeah.
that one was like
Okay.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
What
Yeah,
did he
yeah.
say?
What did he say?
This one?
Bruh.
Bruh.
That's
Yeah.
bruh.
We'll have to let them
Crickets.
find out too, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when Gavin talks. Just click that one.
Oh, boy.
That's tough.
Just let it go. But yeah, that caught me off guard. I think, yeah,
That's crazy.
that is crazy.
So I watched week 1,
You did watch week 1?
and I wanted to make a clarification because
What's the clarity?
discussed during the first week of the podcast was the inception of the jungle name. And
Oh, dude, please give clarification.
nobody on that podcast was there.
They were like, it's a mentality.
Yeah, they're like,
a
it's about the
mindset.
mentality, the mindset, which are like things that involve the jungle name, but it's not
Yeah.
the story
Not
about
necessarily false.
the origin of the jungle name originates like before our time, even technically.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin Max, he was 2 years older than me and lived here for 2 years, and he dropped out the year I came here. So he was on L1 for 2 years. And
Is this when they were the unicorns?
yes, this is when they were in the unicorns.
Is that what L1 used to be called?
Yeah, they were.
There's
yeah,
still
we-
a little patch out there with like L1S, and the 1 is like a unicorn horn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Yeah, go check it out, bro.
I will. Yeah.
Right next to the woman siren
Okay.
yeah.
or woman
Woman
alarm,
alarm.
whatever they.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so the one day the power goes out, as it does here. The power goes out basically every semester at least. And one of the seniors on the floor comes out of his room and just says like, "Power's out, jungle law." Like, law of the jungle. Like,
Yeah.
there's no power, so it's like
Anything
no
goes.
rules.
Anything
Anything
goes.
goes. It's the law of the jungle. So my cousin Max told me about that. Well, then sure enough, literally like the first month of school, the power goes out for hours. And so I'm like, power's out. It's jungle law. And me and Eli Strong and Cam, I think, were the first 3 to like,
Jabez too.
and Jabez, yeah, we kind of
Little
like,
J-Baz, bro.
so like,
Shout
no one can do homework because there's no Wi-Fi. No one can play Fortnite or watch TV or play video games
No
or do whatever.
Fortnite is sad.
The floor used to be a lot more into Fortnite than now. But
Yeah.
Well, it was a bigger thing back then.
yeah,
Yeah.
true. But yeah, so no one can do anything. So it's like eventually there's just like the mob builds up across the floor, and like after that, jungle law is like happening. Jungle law is like the mentality and what is
Yeah.
happening. So like there is some truth to what the guys
Yeah.
are saying, but that's kind of the origin.
Was
of
it a
jungle law.
like a Lord of the Flies type moment? Like
Yes.
power now, you were,
Yes.
you were deciding like who's in charge,
Yeah.
like
Well,
who are we
Justin
gonna
was-
follow?
Justin was gone.
Justin was gone too.
It
Yeah.
was genuine jungle.
Yeah.
So
Everything crazy that's happened is like everything that kind of created the jungle is when Justin's gone. Justin just happens to be gone when stuff goes down.
And he was gone a lot because of Catalyst. So
yeah.
like him and Eli and Ryan were gone the most, and that's like those were probably like the
Voices of reason.
voices of reason, yeah. And so when they're gone, and we had certain people who I probably won't mention,
just leave them out.
yeah, it's just like a lot of fun stuff happened.
Yeah.
It was the craziness. I mean, I've heard stories. I heard and you
Yeah,
said
tell us
voice.
what you know.
I love Eli and Ryan. So this is not a diss, but Voices of Reason, their freshman year is probably not what
Okay.
I would have said.
Let me elaborate.
Yeah.
At first, they were pretty into jungle law stuff too, but as it went on,
I'd say like end of sophomore year.
yeah, as it went on, they were
Yeah,
like,
I
But
mean,
to be fair, everyone started getting tired of it a little bit. You can
Yeah.
only, be
There's-
crazy all night for so long before you get tired.
There's
Yeah.
certain people that definitely took it next level, and there were certain people that it was fun while it lasted.
I
And,
liked it to the point where I was on board for changing the name of our floor.
Yeah.
And it was like pretty funny observing like
Yeah.
some stuff.
I sorry,
It's
go
yeah,
ahead.
it's funny to watch, but like no one wants to meet with Steve Gauze. And like
And
Yeah.
shout out Steve Goss. Hope you're watching the pod.
like that
Please don't.
like the
Get
fun
us.
gets if the fun gets too fun, you meet with Steve
Yeah.
Gauze, and that's like not
if
fun.
if
So
it's too
like,
fun.
like we
Don't
want
want too
to
fun.
we like Steve, we want to be on Steve's good side.
Yeah, and the other thing is also you have to like respect the guys that actually live on this floor because people do want to sleep, people do want to do things. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but I know people have gotten mad at pranks at like 1 or 2 a.m. when
Yeah.
there's like meowing in the shower, like noises in the.
That's particular.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder. Like, I don't know where I heard this story from, but
Yeah, let me let you know, let you in something. That was probably me
I'm
getting upset.
joking. I'm
well,
joking.
Yeah,
But
one
hey,
one
that's why it
fun
gets
thing-
mad though.
One fun thing that maybe I'll disclose a little bit that happened. We had like a little slip and slide thing that happened, and it turned into a floor event that I was actually going to talk to you about soon, starting up the next annual jungle slip
Yeah.
and slide.
Yeah, depending on the weather, we
I
might.
need to do that.
Maybe.
stuff.
Steak and slide.
Depending on the weather, maybe next semester. But
Yeah, no, it needs to happen this year. I knew you guys
Yeah.
all did that because I knew there was the.
Yeah.
So, I was not in power last year. I am in power this year, and so I was kind of the guy last year. I feel like I was on L1 a lot, but
Yeah.
I didn't live here. So I kind of knew a lot of what was going down. I was kind of like, well, outside source had to avoid jungle law and all that kind of stuff. You know, the fun stuff, and I knew that there was a little bit of a desire to have a slip and slide on the floor, and ultimately what ended up happening was it got moved off the floor and you had stakes and stuff like that, which is so
Yeah.
much more fun and nobody's
So-
gonna get in trouble.
Freshman year it actually happened on the floor when Justin was gone.
I actually did know that as well. I was just not gonna disclose it.
So, it was super. It was like it happened so fast. Like Justin was like, "All right, I'm going to T-Bell,"
there was definitely like a plan in
There was a
motion
plan.
for days in advance.
and we had tarps and like
Like mattresses.
mattresses.
You got to soften up the floor a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
still got cut up on the mattresses though. I wouldn't recommend it honestly.
Mhm.
It probably wasn't
We got
worth
some,
it.
like-
It was funny because it happened and now it's
Mhm.
over with, but I think it probably wasn't worth it in the long run.
Slip
like, to
and
do it.
slide 1, I think was worth it and funny.
Yeah.
Slip and slide 2,
You're just getting in trouble.
not worth
Yeah.
it. But a lot of those guys got fined.
Yeah, it's not worth
I
it.
wasn't even here for slip and slide 2, but that happened also. So
I actually didn't know there was a second.
Like yeah, looking back.
Yeah.
On the
Welcome
first one-
Braden to the jungle.
Looking
slip
back on
and
the
slide
first one.
3 was the best though because we had good food.
Mhm.
And it was actually like legal to say the
Outside,
least.
yeah.
Yeah, we got honestly hurt way more than the first one at your house.
Yeah, but we were going crazy too. So it was like
So wait, the first two were inside?
The first two
Yes,
were
we're
in
on the
this
floor.
hall.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
They got in
Okay.
trouble for it.
A lot
Yeah.
of trouble.
not slip and slide
It-
1, but
Yeah.
Justin had his hands full last year with
Mhm.
and the year before with guys that wanted to embrace the jungle.
Yeah, maybe he got
Mhm.
taken advantage of in that way just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Shout out Justin.
Yeah.
Dude
Yeah,
did a
love
good
you,
job
Justin. We miss
for
you.
having to put up with what he had to put up with.
yeah.
Like
crazy.
he had it a lot harder than me when it came to dealing with guys.
Yeah, it's been pretty chill this year, which is good.
Which I honestly, it's a lot of the same guys. There's some guys that have got married or graduated and stuff like that. But I think the nice part is the guys that did stay. There's a lot of maturity growth. That now all their reckless behavior is more on the golf course now, so I'm not as worried.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
Yeah, there's a
Michael been
lot of
saying-
golfers on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Golf's the
I
new
see, I
thing.
see everybody golfing this year.
Forget
Does
jungle
anybody
law,
here
embrace
Well,
golf.
I know Gavin golfs. I've golfed with Gavin, but do you guys golf?
I go to the driving range with Gavin, and I embarrass myself.
It's okay. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Probably it's not for me, but I'm addicted. So
yeah, I'm not any good, but it's fun to hit at the range sometimes.
yeah, we
Braden?
have some guys that are getting into it though, so it's kind of fun. Like you're not going to be probably the worst, or if you are, you're in good company.
Yeah, like I love putt golf. That's like as far as my golf skills go.
Mini
But
golf.
I would
maybe.
love to try it. It'd be
Mhm.
cool. I've actually never done
Okay.
real golf.
Last before we go to the next segment, kind of last question on that though. So apparently, what's the mini golf place downtown Springfield?
Funacre?
Funacre.
Funacre has
It's not quite downtown, but yeah, it's
more of downtown
it's
Springfield.
off
Like, it's not
Campbell,
out-
right?
Yes.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yes.
It's pretty close to
By
Bass Pro.
Pineapple
Yeah,
Whip.
Yeah.
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 But what I was told is that they have like putt tournaments where you enter
Mhm.
for like $15-20 and there's like prize money if you win. Like it's
Yeah.
genuinely like a golf event but it's just putt-putt.
Yeah.
And I think it would be so sick if we found one of those and got as many jungle members
Oh my
into it
gosh,
as
yeah.
possible.
That'd be awesome. That'd be a
It'd
floor
be-
event.
Yeah.
It'd be a great floor event. And if somebody doesn't want to, I think I would like literally empty my bag out except for a putter and see if somebody wanted to be my caddy. I'll dress up like Tiger Woods. They can wear like an all white outfit with like my name on the back. It'd be so funny.
Yeah.
Like my genuine like putter, like
That'd be
the
awesome.
balls, I just like line it up every single time, mark it.
Yeah.
Like take it
Yeah. We
way
would
too
probably-
serious.
We'd probably have to call ahead because ever since Chapel Roan has blown up, Fun
Oh.
Acre is packed. Like
Really?
'cause
Yeah, she posted
filmed.
pictures with it.
No,
didn't
she filmed part of her Hot to Go music video at Fun Acre.
Really?
Yeah, all like locations around Springfield.
I knew
Dude,
that.
I
I
didn't
didn't know it blew up though.
Well,
with
like a
the-
lot more people
I
are
didn't know
like
Fun
going.
Acre blew up.
Well, not like oh my gosh, Fun Acre is like totally the
Yeah, but
big
when you're
thing.
bringing like 15 guys,
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
I call ahead reserve. But
tea time.
yeah, more for the fact also in general, like if they had that tournament, how funny would it be if like we had like 12 guys enter in?
yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd
It'd
be
be
awesome.
it'd be hilarious. And it was like, hey, this is all an attempt. If you win, the prize money goes towards slip and slide and stakes. So then nobody has to pay.
Okay.
Oh, that's smart.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but what if we lose? What if some random takes all our money?
Well, the thing is,
Well,
it's
we
like,
don't
it's
lose.
your
Yeah,
it's
we-
your money to play in it, and you get the joy
Yeah.
of playing it. But if you win, sure, you can take your like payment,
Your
like,
entry back.
You get the entry fee back, and then put the rest towards the floor event. Because I think it was
a good
genuinely
idea.
like $100 or $200, which would cover the stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year's at my house, so like I kind of budgeted it out, and you can get the tarp for like $100, and then some soap for like 30.
Yeah, just get a couple gallons of Dawn.
Yeah, and then everything else is just food. We went really fancy with food last year,
Yeah.
and we had some like outside money too, so that helped. But
Yeah, I
you
don't-
know, with some floor funds and with that,
we
like,
can like take some of the floor funds. Unfortunately, it's like we're not rich in floor funds, but
Yeah.
if we take some of that and everybody's able to chip in, or if somebody just wins this stinking Fun Acre thing, then we're
Yeah,
chilling.
if the Fun
Right,
Acre
and
thing,
if your album can just catch
Yeah.
fire, please
Yes.
sponsor
Yeah.
us. You and Move Right with Mike
Yeah.
are like our biggest sponsors
Yeah.
now.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I
Dude.
think that'd be funny.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, so we've got some famous guys on the floor. Make them famous right now. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Glory to God. So cutting to the last big segment, we have the jungle item of the week. This person that would be presenting would be none other than Gavin Crawford, starting cornerback for the Jungle L1 football team that is currently
Let's
undefeated.
go.
I have 1 fantasy point.
Yeah, because yeah, that's actually really funny that they like stat
full
chat,
stats. It's
full
impressive.
stats, and like defense is even getting stats. So that's where your stat came from. It's harder to get stats on defense because you have to get tackles and interceptions, stuff like that. It's just rare. But you have the jungle item of the week this time. So if you would like to present that and give us an
All right,
explanation.
let me retrieve it here.
Oh wow, throwback.
Yeah, Braden's gonna have no idea.
Yeah,
Do you
sorry,
want, do you want
Braden.
help opening it up?
Maybe we'll just unfurl it here. Braden can unfurl it. He can have the honor of that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Cam might have to hold the end so they can fully see it. It's kind of crazy that this even exists. I'm gonna be real.
Is it still in the study room?
Let's
Like-
unclip it so
It
we
was
can.
in the study room.
Let's unclip it so we
Okay.
can really show everyone. Do you want to undo that clip once we? It's just
Just
a
like-
Is it-
carabiner.
Yeah.
Is the okay? So yeah, just take it off the pole, the flag pole.
Yeah, the flagpole. Good for the jungle item. Bad
it's-
for the podcast.
Yeah, it's part of the jungle item, but this is the more
All right.
important part. Yeah, showcase the
Everyone's seeing this
the main
well.
thing.
So I might just sit in front of this here so we can kind of.
Yeah, explain it. all.
Okay, so this is the jungle banner from our freshman year. Sorry, not everyone made it on, but we talked to everyone, and you know we got approval for each person on here. So some people maybe.
So
just
shout out
weren't-
to a lot of ex-jungle members.
Yeah. So I think we calculated 6 of the 15 on this banner still reside on the floor. Most have gone on and gotten married or graduated
Or moved away to Walter for no.
yeah,
important
one moved to
reason why
Walter,
at
one
all.
moved to Kraus. But yeah, Fortnite was big. Keaton was bigger. You can see he's our leader. He's got the controller. The funny thing is he's our leader on here, but he is the worst at Fortnite. I don't know anyone worse at Fortnite. Sorry, Keaton, if you're watching this, but Keaton would party like no other when he caught the victory royale. Everyone on the floor would know because of the screaming. and the running around and celebrating and
the rarity of it
you know,
happening.
yeah, and nothing would warm your heart like Keaton catching a dub. But yeah, we got everyone on here, and it's a great item. Jabez had this ordered, and yeah, it was great.
What a jungle item of the week. I'm gonna be real. That thing needs to make more appearances than just hiding in the study room.
For real, we need to get this up on the wall.
Yeah, it's funny. And then you said because you're one of the last members on there still on the floor, you might take it.
I might.
Yeah, that's fair enough, honestly, since you are one of the last.
I think me and
members.
Cam will be the last.
If you
on
make
here
it
on the
if you
floor.
make it this far in the podcast and you have a disagreement and you want this flag rather than Gavin and you need a reason why, either drop it in the comments or just go
Show up room 103. We'll fight.
fight Gavin. I hope it's Braxton because then no offense, my money's on
Braxton's graduating a year before us though. So
True. You're gonna be here longer for it.
Yep.
You're longer for it. Well, great jungle item of the week, Gavin. I appreciate you bringing that on. I am so glad that Braden, Gavin, Cam, that y'all have officially made an appearance onto the podcast.
yeah,
It's great to be here.
Great to be here.
Wasn't it awesome?
Yeah.
So, hopefully you made it this far. If you didn't, I'm disappointed in you, and you're never going to see me say I'm disappointed in you. But till next time, this podcast is out every single Saturday, and be expecting new big things happening. We're going to eventually have some more videos. You'll see what's coming. I don't want to overhint to anything, but videos will be coming. We're going to drop a Wednesday pod that's more of a Devo pod. Braden and Cam are going to work on the intro mixtape, which is going to be sick. Super talented recording people. So and this is probably, since it's like a 8-10 second bit, that's going to be like a piece of cake for you all,
Little
right?
jingle.
Yeah, a little jingle.
Yeah.
So shout out
Jungle
all you
jingle.
guys. Kind of one more, dude. Hope you know. Hey, one last shout out. Part of the reason the Jungle Podcast exists is because of this dude right here. Because I don't know how sarcastic he was, but he walked in and saw that I had podcast equipment and was like, "Bro, Jungle Podcast," and then walked out. So then next day I find Michael Bryant is like, "Bro, I don't know if Gavin was being serious, but it sparked an idea that we need to run with." So shout out to Gavin.
He was
Oh, thank you.
prophesying.
I'm here for it.
It was
It's
awesome.
great.
And you made it in the first 3 episodes. So welcome to the podcast.
Well, thank you. It's an honor.
One more shout out to Braden on the album dropping October
Yup.
4th.
Yes,
Go
sir.
Yes, sir.
watch it or listen to it.
Observe
on
it.
any just
Look at it.
Hopefully you can just pull up the subtitles, just
Yes.
read it.
Just read it. Hey,
But just support him and support Gavin by going looking at the cereal video. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
But till next time, we'll see you next time on the Jungle Podcast.